I have been in situations where I was running on empty looking for a gas station several times. So yeah, I won't be doing that again. Anyway, it is 2:23 p.m. and again, I'm supposed to be there around 9-10 o'clock. So yes, I still have a long time to go. But as I was just driving, really with no music, I've been in the hospital for 6 days total. And for the first 2 days she was in the hospital, and then when I found out more news, I asked my professors that Thursday night. I bought my plane ticket for the next morning, and I told my professors I cannot make it, and that was during the exam review. And they understood, and I ended up flying out to Arizona, and I spent that weekend with my mother, and then I flew back on Monday, exam week. So yeah, I was just thinking about everything, and I mean, a lot has transpired, y'all. A whole lot has transpired, and I just got to talking to my friend recently, like probably 30 minutes ago, about everything. So maybe I'll talk to you guys even further again about it. But yeah, you know, this is the first time in my walk with the Lord that I've actually experienced a direct hit, something personal. And I'm not saying that I haven't gone through any problems, but typically, like, trust me, I've been through it actually a lot more while living for the Lord than before, actually. But you know, this is the first time where something has happened to me personally towards with somebody that I love. And let me tell you, there were a lot of emotions with it. I found a lot of things out that I never knew existed in me and my personality ever before. You know, I'll tell y'all the events that took place at the hospital, or maybe not. I don't know. But all I can tell you is this: yes, I was just scared out of my mind, man. But I wish I vlogged while I was. No, I probably wouldn't have been able to vlog while I was going through it. But please, I hope you guys actually believe me when I tell you that through it all, I knew who was in charge, who is in charge of my mom's life. I know this. You know, it's not the doctors. You know, it's not even my mother. But it's the Lord. He's literally the author and the finisher, if that even makes sense, of life. You know, and he reminded me of that in the hospital. I can't remember what day it was, but he took me over to Psalm 120. Whoever loves the Lord and is listening, read Psalm 120. It's amazing. It's amazing. And you'll know what I'm talking about too when you read it. But yeah, man, like, I just knew, and I still know that my mother's life, my life, your life, all of our lives are in the palm of the Lord's hand, you know. And my prayer was for him to extend his mercy upon her. Especially that, you know, it's so different. I don't know. I don't know if I'm getting too deep or not, but that was literally my plan the whole time, my prayer the whole time. And because my mother doesn't know him, so, you know, I was really praying that, and of course for healing, definitely for healing. I believe in my heart that the Lord can heal and will heal. He's done this to me personally. Yeah, he's done that to me twice, actually, personally. When the Lord, I mean, the world would say that there's no cure, but then he ended up curing me anyway. But yeah, I know this. I know he can turn everything around, and still can, you know. And even for yourself, whoever's watching, and maybe you're battling with something, I truly believe the Lord can turn everything around for you, you know. It's just whether he chooses to or not, you know. And I'm not saying that, you know, he does this for everybody, because I've seen even hardcore believers who are still, you know, struggling with certain diseases, you know. But I do know that if the Lord is glorified in it, he's definitely going to turn it around. I know that for sure. Or at least I suspect it, you know. But yeah, like, that was really in the back of my mind the whole time. And that honestly brought me comfort, because I know that, you know, in the midst of all the chaos and everything, I know in my heart God actually did something in the middle of all of that. Tell me why. Now, see, I can't say too much without getting anybody in trouble. Just know that God ended up doing something crazy, and it never happens. I tell people, I'm like, when does this ever happen? You know, and he kind of made me aware of the fact that he's watching, and he knows everything that's going down. You know, and he knows the condition with my mom. He knows everything. And I truly believe in my heart that he was even like reaching out to her in this whole process. You know, I know he still is. I know he is. That's just how God works. You know, it's just whether he does this to everybody, myself, everybody. It's just whether we choose to listen to him or not. But yeah, I know my mother is in good hands. She's in his hands. And I know the Lord heard me about extending his mercy upon her, and a lot of people are praying for her. A whole lot. But honestly, you guys, I know the Lord uses our darkest moments in life. Like, in our darkest moments, in our rock bottoms, if you choose to just give up and surrender to God, a blessing will come out of it all the time, always. And it's so funny because in this dark moment that's happening in my family's lives, you know, I see blessings already. And I'm thinking I need to write all this stuff down because it's a lot. It's probably more than a handful by now. And I see him working in this time. I see him doing all of this, you know. And that right there brings me comfort, excuse me. That right there brings me comfort, knowing that, you know, he's in control and he's watching everything. But yeah, God's good. He is good. He is good. And I tell you what, man, it's only been 3 years, and I know if I would have gone through this before living for the Lord, I know for a fact, I already know for a fact, I probably would have been destroyed. Because it's not just what's happening with my mom right now. There's a lot of stuff going on. And I kind of have to sit back and look at everything that's going on. I'm like, how am I not broken right now? How am I not just gone with everything that's happening? And then, of course, you know, the Lord directs me over to himself. Like, it's because it's me. That's what the Lord says, you know. And it is true. It's because it's the Lord. You know, when I'm weak, he gives me strength, man, to keep going. With a smile on my face and no bitterness in my heart, regardless of what people do to me, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Speaking of what people do to me, let me tell y'all, man, I was tested. I actually was tested throughout this whole time when I was in the hospital. And I told you, there was a lot of emotions that came out that I never thought existed inside. And it actually made me sit back after everything and was like, okay, Lord, did I just destroy my witness, you know, for being so stern and so blunt? Did I just, you know, cause this person who I was blunt to look at you and be like, what kind of follower would say this, you know? And I really had to do a self-evaluation, man, for real, because the last thing that I want to do, I don't care what is going on in your life or in my life, there's absolutely no reason at all for myself or anybody else to disrespect anybody or talk down to anybody or just treat them like scum and all of that, you know? No reason at all. I don't care what you're going through. Nobody deserves that. Absolutely nobody. So, yeah, I had to kind of like do a self-evaluation and everything, and I'm actually fine. Nothing, yes, I was very blunt because there were definitely reasons. Like I said, I don't want to get anybody in trouble, but yeah, if I had to do it again, of course I would be blunt, and I would be a lot more proactive on certain things too. So yeah, I don't regret anything, actually. I do not regret anything. So yeah, and you know, the Lord still communicates with me, and typically, like, if I do sin or I mess up, because you know I do, I really do. You know, just because you're saved and you're a Christian, you're walking with the Lord, does not make you perfect. You will mess up. But the only difference is that, you know, before I was walking with the Lord and I messed up, I didn't really care. And if I did care, it only lasted for a little bit and I would just continue. Now that I'm living for the Lord and I do mess up, you know, when I mess up, I feel uncomfortable in it. I feel really uncomfortable until I go to the Lord and ask for forgiveness. And then that uncomfortable feeling just vanishes, it goes away, and then I'm back to feeling at peace and joy and all of that, you know. So yeah, I didn't feel any type of uncomfortable feeling or anything. I'm learning that, yeah, just because you're living for the Lord does not make you a doormat to people. You know, you still can stick up for yourself and for your family. In fact, the Lord says to his followers, be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove, you know. And I had to struggle with that verse for a while actually, because, you know, before I was living for the Lord, nobody could tell me anything, you know. And, you know, if I decided to get smart with somebody, oh well, you know, oh well, I wasn't accountable to nobody, you know. But now it's like, Lord, I don't know, I think about my actions now. I truly do. I think about what I'm doing and what I'm saying. And oftentimes I will go directly to that person and, hope I didn't run over anything crazy, you guys. We will see. Y'all see the next scene, me on the road, side of the road, then I ran over something crazy. So anyway, dang, I hope I did not run over anything crazy. And I am in the middle of nowhere too. All right. I'm just gonna pray. I never do this on camera, but I'm gonna do it because y'all film. I mean, it's running and I don't have time to close it. Anyway, Father in heaven, I just come before you in the name of Jesus Christ, and I thank you, God, for even giving me a vehicle to just make this move, God, immediately after finals to go see my mom. I just pray, Father, that may you please protect this vehicle. Please help me get to my destination safe, Father. I do not want to be stranded on this road, Lord God. I just ask for your protection and your guidance, God. And I just pray that whatever I ran over, Lord, it did not pierce my tire or anything. It was pretty hard. I love you very much, God, and I'm so thankful for you. It's in Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Okay, so I am going on I'm seeing some mountains here. I love it. That means I'm getting closer to Arizona. I love it. I love it. I have no idea how long this vlog is going to be, you guys. And I really don't know where I was going with my spiel, okay? Need to get into my right lane. All right, here it is. I'm about to go to I-10, from I-20 to I-10. I don't know if y'all saw that. I really don't know what it was looking like. Anyway, let me preserve my battery, and I will talk to you guys later. I really hope this is not gonna be a long vlog. Y'all are kind of seeing another side of me, my rant side, so maybe I should name this rant. I don't know. Road trip rant. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Whatever the title is, that's what I came up with. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later.